Welcome to part 5 of Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and we're still on this heap of scrap. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh! I
You
thought you
get
said
it? You get it? Because
costumes.
it's a junk level. You get it?
I get it.
oh, I
It's,
see. Level.
you know, in fact, oh, I got something. Can we all agree that this level is trash? Huh?
Ah.
Get it?
Ah!
Come on. You gotta
I
admit
was
that.
going. I was going to use this level as an example of this game's lack of polish.
oh.
Okay.
Oh,
So
now-
I guess
oh,
it
now
does
we're
fit.
making- now we make trash puns. Okay.
All right. So in fact, why don't we get into that? Will, why don't you talk about what you mean by lack of polish? Like, what exactly are you trying to say?
Okay. So what we will be. Well, I'll point out to the exact place where I had this issue, but basically when it comes to the environments in this game, Starkiller doesn't necessarily move through them the way that you would expect it to. Like, I'll explain. I'll have a better place to point out to, but I was walking on floor that I could have sworn was enough just to walk on, but suddenly Starkiller starts slipping down and then to his death.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
like-
tends to happen to me a lot.
Yeah, there's not a lot of environmental or physics polish in this game, and I also have problems with this game's quote, like, lock on in quotation marks, because there's not much lock on in this game to begin with.
Well, there is, but I rarely use it.
Mainly because it's almost entirely inconsequential. Like it doesn't even work. But like
No, it does work. It's just
I've had I had a lot of problems with this game's lock on in terms of lightsaber combat. I was not able to hit the enemy as consistently as I wanted to.
I didn't have a problem. In fact, I thought that when you were locked on, you could actually tap the dash button to do some sort of evasive dodge roll maneuver, which I thought was pretty
That's
cool.
not what I need. What I need is to hit the enemy. Like, and he
But what if
doesn't
they're
always-
but what if they're attacking you? You can't attack them while they're attacking
They're not
you.
attacking me. That's what
Well,
I'm getting at. Like, I'm swinging my sword and it doesn't hit them because the
You're-
lock on isn't that great.
You're never on. You're basically what you're
Like,
saying
the camera-
is
the
you're never
camera's
on.
fake.
You're never on the defensive. Is what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is the camera's facing the enemy, but not Starkiller. So when Starkiller's not facing the enemy, his attacks aren't facing the enemy. So they're slashing to the side of him instead of, on the enemy. So,
Okay. Well,
like,
I don't know. I never
Why
had that
don't you
problem,
counter
but
enemies?
different
And yes, I
experiences. I guess.
and yes,
Wait,
I-
what?
Why don't you counter the enemy's attacks? And yes, Seth, I was trying to point out the freaking obvious on purpose. Don't even mock me.
Okay. The only reason I'm not mocking you for that is because, again, you were doing that on purpose. You weren't doing it when you didn't realize it, unlike previous times.
Yeah, and also I was trying to impersonate Tails from Sonic Heroes.
Yeah. Again, that's how I could tell you could do. That's how I could tell that you were joking, because you were doing an impression. It was so easy to tell that.
Yeah.
This is the only way I can do sarcasm. If it's made as obvious as freaking possible.
Oh.
If it's said in a serious tone, it's very hard for me to detect sarcasm. It's why I occasionally had trouble talking with Aaron Weber, and the only reason I could tell whether or not he was using sarcasm was strictly what he was saying to begin with, because I know that he would normally and realistically not be like that,
there's no way Big the Cat's going in Sonic Mania. I mean, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Uh,
As much as that would be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, it would. Well, there's still Big Big Fish Adventure 3, so yeah.
Honestly, if they're going to add any DLC characters for Sonic Mania, I think their best bet would be Amy Rose.
Agreed.
I was speaking with more sarcasm.
Oh, damn it.
I know, but I wanted to. I was trying to mention something for reals. I'm sorry. I probably should have said in all seriousness, but like before stating that.
Great. Yeah. But,
Yeah, it's not, but
Classic.
Amy would be an interesting character.
Yeah.
am I missing something here? Or,
I mean,
What are
we
you
already
missing?
love Amy now.
like, why? Okay. We're going back to Sonic Mania. Why don't we talk about more Star Wars?
Yeah. Let's talk about Star Wars. Okay. Let's. Oh, I got something we can talk about. What's your favorite Star Wars movie? What's your favorite movie in the series?
What?
Oh.
Okay, everyone's favorite in 3, 2, 1.
Force
Like,
Awakens.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, it's like Empire Strikes Back.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's been so
okay.
long
3,
since I've seen
2,
it.
1. Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Okay. But let me say this. While Empire Strikes Back is my personal favorite, The Force Awakens is my second favorite. Like I actually like The Force Awakens almost as much as The Empire Strikes Back. I still think The Empire Strikes Back is just a little better, but The Force Awakens is a close second.
Yeah, actually, in all seriousness, I think my second favorite film in the series I might need a little bit more time on this. Don't quote me on it, but it might be Rogue One. My second favorite
really?
might actually be Rogue One. I liked how it was different in many ways, but at the same time, it was still believably Star Wars. Like it was just there were no Jedi. The only difference between I guess one of the most consistent differences is, there's like no returning characters and
Well, there were some returning.
there's some, but they made
Yeah.
very brief
Yeah.
appearances,
That's
and there
Grand
wasn't a
how about
Jedi.
that? How about that Grand Moff Tarkin appearance?
Ugh.
What?
Terrifying.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
We don't
thought
need
it
to
was
talk
kind of cool how they were able to bring him back from the dead, sorta.
Basically, all they did is CG people never look good. It
Yeah,
didn't work.
I
It-
agree.
it didn't work with it didn't work with Jeff Bridges. It won't work with Grand
I
Moff Tarkin.
agree.
Honestly, I didn't really know about the whole CG people thing until I watched.
I mean, it was
Rogue
obvious
One.
with Leia. It was obvious with the Leia one.
Yeah.
This actually looked pretty good.
Also,
Yeah, Leia's was fine,
bless
but
our
that's mainly
hearts for Leia.
because-
Also, bless
Yeah,
our hearts
yeah.
for Leia. May she rest in peace.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. We all miss you. I actually met Carrie Fisher, by the way.
How was she?
Yeah, how was
Really?
she?
She was fine. I don't recall having that many enjoyable conversations with her. In fact, I feel kind of embarrassed from this one particular conversation I've had with her. But I don't want to bring it up because I
That's
know
fine.
No, it's okay.
my dad
Okay.
likes to bring it up all the time, and it sickens me to think about that. But
So yeah, we don't need to bring up anything like that. But anyway, that
Yeah. You know what? I was to say bring up, but you know what? I want to embarrass in front of YouTube. So
yeah.
let's just keep
Anyway.
it personal.
I would love to meet Mark Hamill one of these days. I'd like if not for Luke Skywalker, just for the Joker. I would
Oh.
love
Or
to meet
anything.
that
Just
guy.
I
I
know. I
would be
love-
Mark Hamill for Mark Hamill's
Yeah,
sake.
Mark Hamill's awesome. I agree.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah,
I want to make I want to meet Mark Hamill as well because I agree because Luke Skywalker and the Joker.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And he's done
I
more
wish-
voice acting than actual
Yeah.
acting nowadays.
yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, Mark Hamill was at Star Wars Celebration Orlando, and I did want to meet him, but unfortunately, he was sold out. So
Well, that's the thing.
Unsurprisingly,
Yeah,
it's sold
you're not
out.
surprised. Yeah, not surprised because Mark Hamill, of course, you obviously know because Luke Skywalker.
he's freaking Luke Skywalker. Yeah, so of course he's going to be sold out very
Yeah.
quick.
Mark Hamill at a Star Wars convention sold out. What else is new?
Actually, like,
But
I would
oddly
imagine-
enough,
I would imagine,
oddly enough, guess who else was also sold out when I got to Star Wars Celebration Orlando? Surprisingly enough,
Ooh.
Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, geez.
I'm surprised.
Interesting.
I'm surprised he got sold out so quickly.
Really? I mean, well, they probably a lot of people had a lot to say to that dude.
Actually,
Oh, I feel
a lot.
if it was anything mean, I do
I
feel
will
sorry
s-
for him.
I will say right
Well,
now.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that he probably came up with a good reason for why the way he portrayed Anakin was.
I
Happened
mean,
or
it's bad
something like that.
writing. It's
bad
It's bad
directing,
writing.
really.
It's
It's
bad
bad
writing.
Yeah, bad writing and bad directing.
Nobody could make that work. Nobody could make that sound good. It really,
Yeah.
it was bad writing.
Now, I will
why,
say.
George?
Would you?
Why?
Now,
Well, Lucas,
I will say right now. I want to ask. Would you imagine if James Earl Jones ever made it to Star Wars Celebration? That would be
Oh
so.
God, to the whole
It would-
world.
I
It would
would doubt that would
Everybody
ever
would want
happen, but
He would be sold out like very quickly. He'd be sold out. Like
12
Well, actually,
seconds.
the thing about James Earl Jones, I sympathize with him a lot in this because basically he stutters a lot. Basically, when he speaks, basically he's not very good at public speaking, and it's shocking to say that because he's known to have a narrator voice, but basically he has to read things very carefully. So it takes a lot out of takes and like reading carefully to make sure he says like the lines perfectly.
Right.
You think he never stutters a line when he does like Darth Vader or any other character, but yeah, that's actually like a real problem he had.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
And because he's my favorite character, I can quote a lot of dialogue from Darth Vader, even some of the more forgettable lines, like when he says in The Empire Strikes Back, "Asteroids do not concern me, Admiral. I want that ship, not excuses."
You know,
Yeah.
You know, it's almost similar to like how we were quoting all these quotes from Finding Nemo, and yet, Star Wars is also owned by Disney.
Never tell me the odds. You get it? Because I was quoting Han Solo there.
Oh, I get it.
By the way, going back to like to talk about like Mark Hamill being at conventions. I remember this one Simpsons episode where like Mark Hamill was like a guest star and he was like at this like convention over in Springfield and Homer had to save him from like all the raging fans and such and
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, hey Will, I think you'll be happy about this, or at least I think so. We're about to you see that like this. There's going to be a bit more quote platforming in this part of the.
Oh, yeah, this is around here is where my problem struck.
Yeah,
I
see,
think it's
Starkiller kind of slips there a bit.
Yeah, Starkiller slipping there, and where was it? I think it was around here actually, where
Yeah, the reason I'm going this way. The reason I'm going this way is because you see that holocron right there.
Mm-hmm.
It includes an extra costume that I'm going to be wearing for both the rest of this level and the entirety of the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my favorite costume for Starkiller in the entire series. Like you're about to see it in a few seconds.
Oh, it's this robe.
Sith robe.
Sith robe.
Yep.
Mhm.
And there it is. The Sith robe.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it does look sweet.
Yeah.
It does look
And-
awesome. Yeah.
Okay, now here I try to see if I can make this jump, but nope, I
Oh,
couldn't.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Lucas, did you even hear the audio joke I inserted?
Yeah, I heard the joke. I heard you inserted in the Mario Brothers.
Death Stream. And let me tell you why I inserted that. You see, whenever you die in this game, all you hear is just dead silence. Like, you just hear Starkiller's last grunt, and then you just hear silence. Like, you don't even hear any more sound effects or the gun still firing. So I decided to add in the Super Mario Brothers death sound just to make the deaths in this game more comedic.
Yeah, but
And this is not the only time you'll see Starkiller die in this playthrough either, so look forward to that.
So I'm not gonna point out.
Okay, so, oh yeah, these junk titans, yeah.
This is in no way a repetitive boss.
But anyway, one thing I forgot to mention earlier, I don't know if this is because I'm playing the Mac version or not. It probably is, but there are some parts of the dialogue that play in levels that apparently played when I played it on the Xbox 360 version, but for some reason they did not play when I played it via the Mac version. There was supposed to be this dialogue of Proxy telling Starkiller that these droids are almost as if they were powered by the Force. For some reason, that dialogue never played for me when I recorded this, like in the Mac version. But when I played the Xbox 360 version a few weeks ago, it did. So yeah, it probably has something to do with the version I played, or something like that, or maybe because of my computer running specs. I don't know what causes it.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, when I played The Force Unleashed, this is not a downloaded copy. This is a physical copy of the Mac version of The Force Unleashed Ultimate Sith Edition I'm playing. This is not on Steam. This is not a Steam digital copy that's on Steam.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, like the Mac version is available as a digital copy on Steam and whatnot, but I'm playing a legit physical copy. In fact, I'll even insert some footage of me holding it just as proof that I own a physical copy. But yeah.
Alright.
You said it, Starkiller. Castan Paratus at last.
Oh. He's like a miniature version of General Grievous.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, so without
this
the
is
breathing
interesting.
problems.
I thought
Oh,
And
this is
also
interesting.
isn't running away.
this is interesting. The Sith always refer to the Jedi as Jedi scum, but now we hear a Jedi refer to the Sith as Sith trash. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's something you don't often see in Star Wars.
I
Another
thought.
thing you
I
also-
thought. It sounded like he. I thought you almost sounded like, I'm not gonna say it because I thought you were. It's gonna be one of those obscure references that I think it's probably it's gonna be one of those obscure references that they don't like.
Also, these background statues. I'm pretty sure one of them looked like Yoda for a second.
That's the joke. That's the point. You see, Caston Paratus not only recreated a replica of the Jedi Temple, but he made all these statue replicas of the members of the Jedi Council.
Oh, I see.
So
I also-
again, this
Is
Jedi basically has gone insane. He's basically gone mad.
I mean, he still looks cool, but yeah. Is Mace Windu one of his statues?
I
Yeah.
think so. I'm pretty sure. And as you can see, this guy is weak to Force Lightning, so I try to use Force Lightning whenever I can. And I'll occasionally get into a Force Lock, like with most of these fights.
Come on, Seth. You can do this. The Force is strong within you.
But
Damn
Yeah,
right
I-
it is.
it's also using a light pike. Another thing that actually is not often used in Star Wars mythos nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
great, another one.
Yep. This is not. Yep. We fight this thing a total of 4 times, I believe, and this is the 3rd time fighting this boss.
Wait, I know.
Wait till we get to Felucia, though. It gets even better.
Wait,
Yay.
I know his name is part. Attack on Junk Titan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You know about Attack on Titan, yet you've been telling me you're not an anime person.
Well, I've
The
heard
only,
of it.
the only reason I know about Attack on Titan is because not only does my sister watch it, but Will's the one who got me into it.
She's good.
Yeah, it's also Attack on Titan.
And also,
Everyone has heard about it.
Actually,
Okay,
I remember,
but that's
you were-
good. Have you just recently started watching it?
I have been watching a bit of season 2, but I have seen all of season 1.
Okay, great. Hopefully you get to more. It's gonna get a lot more gruesome. I mean, like there's gonna be a lot of
It's
tournament
alright.
stuff. Serious. If you read the manga, yeah.
Yeah, the manga is pretty rough.
Speaking of which, Malcolm, have you ever played the Attack on Titan video game by Koei Tecmo?
Oh
and Omega?
yes, I have. I still have. Me and my friends still
Yeah.
play that all the time.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely the best Attack on Titan game by far, because it's not the only Attack on Titan game out there. There was also one for the 3D.
I thought it was. I thought
No,
it was.
there was also one for the 3DS called Humanity and Change, and that one was very lackluster. But the one for the PS4 and Xbox One, that one is pretty good.
Yeah, I have it for
Although
Xbox.
although because
so
it was
good. So
although because it was developed by Omega Force, the same people behind Dynasty Warriors, Attack on Titan is probably something I would play in short bursts. It's something I wouldn't go back to too often because it's more of the same a lot. But it definitely has that satisfaction of taking down those ginormous Titans and whatnot.
yeah, because you feel like Spider-Man, like using the wires and stuff. Yeah, I love playing
Yeah.
as Levi.
I will.
He's seriously
Oh
the
yes,
best
Levi is awesome in that game.
Totally
Yeah.
not an OP character.
I mean, him
I
and
don't care if
Mikasa are
he's
the
OP,
best
he's
characters
awesome.
combat-wise.
Yeah,
Armin's
it is
the
true
best
to the
strategy-wise.
yeah, it is true to the lore. It is true to the show in that regard because
Eren is just normal.
Eh.
I mean, his Titan. I'm so glad you were able to play as his Titan form. That was awesome.
Oh, and speaking of which, fun fact: did you know that let me try it again. Fun fact:
referential
Did you-
humor.
okay, you interrupted me, so I gotta restart my sentence. Fun fact. Fun fact. Did you know that the voice of Eren Yeager in Attack on Titan also voiced Link in Hyrule Warriors?
What?
Well, no way.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's true. The voice of Link.
Bryce
the-
Papenbrook.
No, the Japanese, the original Japanese voice, not the English. voice.
Okay. Well, that actually makes a
Oh.
lot of sense. Actually, okay, I didn't know which one you were talking about.
Hey
English or
Seth, you said earlier
Yeah.
that you said earlier that you can't fail at QuickTime events. Is
Well,
this a-
I stand corrected. I meant for the major boss fights. The mini bosses you can fail at QuickTime events, but for the major boss fights that you fight at the end of the level, those QuickTime events you can never fail. But the mini bosses, on the other hand, you can fail. Sorry, I should have corrected myself. And hey, Clement did the exact same thing for his playthrough. So yeah.
Oh, I see.
So anyway, I'm just playing a game of tennis with the Force.
So an action scene of Harry Potter.
no, that's just basically them like standing where they are and just like pointing their magic sticks.
It's a game of laser tennis. That's all it is.
Just like
Avada
like the
Kedavra.
beams.
Vada Kedavra,
laser
Vada
beam.
Kedavra, Vada Kedavra.
Expelliarmus.
That's the death spell, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically
I thought
magic.
it was a killing curse.
Yeah,
It's also
And
it's the
endure
same thing.
facts.
Yeah,
Okay, I see.
yeah.
anything it touches dies.
Yeah.
But then again,
By the
it's easily
way-
blocked by everything.
Can I just say that I really love the lightsaber locks in Star Wars games? How you get to lock weapons and mash the button to break through that attack. I really love those in Star Wars video games, and I think more of them need them. Yeah. Like the Revenge of the Sith beat 'em up did it. The Jedi Knight games did it. This game does it. I really love those sequences in the Star Wars video games.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Yep. And he's, quote, failed
So
the
who talks first?
masters
Do I
again.
talk first or you talk first?
Yeah.
So that just came to me. Sometimes when somebody gets silent, I just say like, okay, who talks first? Who talks first? Do I talk first or you talk first?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry, I can't really tell with like the
I
face.
get it.
Cameras. I was like smiling so hard when they're like, Star Wars has humor again.
Yeah, it's
Wait.
great. They aren't. Yeah,
Because
You
the prequels had almost no fun in them.
exactly.
no- humor.
Actually, no, that's not true because I actually do like the chase scene in Coruscant when Anakin and Obi-Wan are in the speeder because there's this one point in the chase scene that I always thought was pretty funny in which because Anakin's like one of the best pilots in the Star Wars galaxy and Obi-Wan he really does not like flying so Anakin
I
just
remember
dives
this.
down and Obi-Wan's just like pull up Anakin pull up and Anakin is just laughing about how
But
I remember
he's
that.
scared
I
of
remember.
Obi-Wan.
The problem
And
with
then he-
that is.
But it's like but in like the Force Awakens, it's consistent. You know, it's
Yeah.
sprinkled all over that. I love it. It's just
yeah.
man, I still
Yeah.
it's still the
But
most
seriously,
enjoyable
Okay,
experience
to be
I've ever had.
to be
watching
fair,
a movie.
to be fair, I will say Anakin and Obi-Wan's friendship is again better portrayed in the Clone Wars, especially in Obi-Wan's case.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to the prequels, the problem is that the humorous bits are very, very few and far between, and usually
Yeah.
only
Remember that
one of the
deleted-
characters is any good.
Yeah, remember that deleted scene? Remember in the Honest trailers, they had that deleted scene in Revenge of the Sith. If basically like Anakin's like, it's broken. Can you understand what he's saying? I'm pretty sure that beep is up. Oh yes, you're right. You're right. Beep.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I actually kind of
Yeah.
like that scene.
They basically said, if you think the movie was bad, wait till you see what they cut out. And they just showed that deleted. I cannot believe. I'm glad they cut it. I mean, that would have been really good if they kept it. Think about it. What if they kept that in there?
It would have been stupid.
But anyway, moving away from the prequels. I get it. Will is one of those typical prequel haters, even though I don't think it's entirely bad. But that was part five. Part five of Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. Tune in for part 6, where we go to yet another planet. So see you then.